In the dark, one question remains. Welcome. Questions before sleep. What if you never slept again? Imagine closing your eyes tonight and never opening them to rest, to dream, to escape. The world would continue, relentless, indifferent to your sleepless gaze. At first, you would relish the hours gained, the time that seemed limitless, the endless moments of wakefulness where thoughts could flow without interruption. Days would blend into nights, yet the sun would rise and fall, indifferent to your struggle. But soon, the mind, deprived of its nightly reset, would begin to falter. Memories would blur, thoughts would loop endlessly, and emotions would twist into chaos. You'd forget how it feels to be calm, to let your worries dissolve in the dark. Every sound would seem sharper, every shadow heavier. Your body would resist. Within 24 hours, your brain would start demanding rest it cannot receive. After 3 days, the hallucinations begin. The walls breathe, the shadows whisper, and faces appear where no one stands. Logic crumbles, and reality becomes a fragile membrane you cannot pierce. You'd try everything: music, coffee, cold water, silence, but nothing replaces sleep. Your neurons misfire, your synapses burn out, and your heart races while your mind trembles. The line between awake and dreaming erases. You'd hear your own name in the void. Voices, distant and close, merge into one terrifying melody. Sleep is not weakness, it is the architecture of consciousness. In sleep, the mind cleanses itself, consolidates memory, regulates emotion, and restores the body. Without it, cognition deteriorates, perception distorts. You become both observer and ghost. Within a week, the immune system fails, hormones rage unchecked, and your identity unravels. The version of you that plans, laughs, loves, and hopes begins to fade. You stand before mirrors, but the eyes staring back are hollow, vacant. You realize that life without sleep is a machine without pause, breathing, functioning, but devoid of essence. As days stretch into endless wakefulness, time loses meaning. Seconds become minutes, minutes dissolve into hours. You would try counting, trying to measure reality, but each attempt would fail. Your body would grow weary, your muscles tense, yet your mind remains relentlessly awake. Without sleep, creativity dies, imagination fades, and even emotion becomes a foreign concept. The mind's ability to dream is the soul's sanctuary. Take it away, and the spirit becomes a shadow. Memories of laughter turn to echoes, moments of intimacy to fleeting sensations, and every joy dissolves into monotony. Hallucinations multiply. Light flickers where there is none, sounds arise from silence, and your thoughts betray you. Every decision, every memory, every word you have spoken reflects back distorted. Reality bends, collapses, and reshapes around your desperate consciousness. You would begin questioning not only the world but yourself. Who are you without the pause that sleep provides? Can you even call yourself human when every night of rest is gone? In your relentless alertness, even love becomes a mechanical function, every feeling muted, every connection tenuous. The mind, deprived of sleep, invents its own escape. Micro-dreams form unbidden, seconds of unconsciousness that blur the line between awake and asleep. You would not notice them, yet they flicker through your perception, teasing fragments of the rest your body demands. Your heart beats, your lungs expand, your limbs function, but your inner world begins collapsing. Every neuron screams for reprieve, every emotion oscillates wildly, and the consciousness you relied on begins fragmenting. You realize that the simple act of closing your eyes each night is not a pause in life, but its lifeline. Science measures what happens without sleep. 11 days is the longest recorded wakefulness. Beyond that, the human mind begins to break down entirely. Cognition fails, organs weaken, reality slips, but philosophy sees something deeper. Consciousness without sleep is no longer free. It is trapped in its own relentless awareness, forced to confront the endless loop of existence. Dreams vanish, creativity dies, imagination collapses. You become a ghost of your former self, awake yet empty, functional yet hollow. In the absence of sleep, time continues without mercy, and the soul begins to unravel in silence. Every night, the mind needs rest, even if the body continues. Sleep is not an interruption of life, it is life itself. It allows repair, imagination, emotion, and empathy. Without it, you survive, but you do not live. The essence that defines humanity, creativity, reflection, feeling, dissipates like smoke in an unlit room. Your perception warps, your empathy fades, and the world itself becomes alien. You are trapped in a self-made prison, awake forever, but fading slowly from the reality you once knew. The paradox is clear. More wakefulness does not mean more life. It means less being. And if you could stand before yourself after weeks without rest, staring into your own eyes, you would not recognize the person before you. Open yet empty, aware yet detached, human yet not. Sleep is the boundary between chaos and order, between mind and soul, between you and the abyss. Without it, life becomes endless motion without meaning. Every thought, every memory, every feeling collapses into itself, leaving nothing but the relentless echo of consciousness, awake, yet undone. And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.